You hear Velma season 2 is already confirmed. I just don't believe you. Let me see. It is a report. It's not confirmed, but there is a couple of articles saying that it is in development at HBO Max. Holy fuck, what? 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 Jinkies. How? How? 2 episodes have aired and it has the lowest rating in Rotten Tomatoes history for a fucking original streaming service show. That's wild. Hey, congrats, HBO. You've got your first hit on your hands at 2023. Thanks to the Prime King and the resub magic. It's the people who got curious due to the backlash. I just don't even think so. I don't even think there were that many people. I don't. It just doesn't have competition. HBO Max has nothing. They canceled everything. I don't even see that being the case. It's not fully confirmed. There's like 2 other sources here, like MovieWeb, which I'm not really familiar with, but they're all saying that it's reportedly being worked on at HBO Max, so I don't think it's confirmed. I don't know how reliable Screen Rant is, but the other ones are saying that it's only like reportedly being worked on. I genuinely haven't seen anyone defend this show. It's universally hated. I've seen one group defend it, and it was a single post on Reddit where people were talking about, like, the reason people don't like it is because they're not fully understanding it. This is a show that aims to tackle very deep themes in our society today, and people aren't ready to confront these truths, thus they're lashing out at Velma. Just standard, like, Reddit analysis. That's a troll? No, there was quite a few in that thread. Unless it was all ironic and I didn't realize it. Here's the Prime Trick and the resub Drina, Carlos, and the Bits Rainbow. There's a 2,000-word review of Velma on Our Destiny. Well, what's the verdict? Did they like it? 2,000-word review on Velma? That's more than the people that actually got the review access and watched all 8 episodes. Let's see. Oh, here it is. Y'all clearly haven't watched Velma, so I did. Wow. Wait, you're right. This is huge. This is legitimately bigger than the entire script for episodes 1 and 2. 2,000 words, all to say that it's not good. Is it scathing at least? Yeah, they didn't like it. From what I'm picking up here, I'm just going through like the conclusion and more of the highlighted moments. Thanks to Tier 1 Bis and the 5 gift subs haircut. Thank you, man. Hey, thanks for that. Appreciate the bits, Hane, and welcome. Thanks to the resub Spirit and Prime X. Tiana watching something? Yeah, I don't know what. She always finds the weirdest shows on Netflix to watch that I've never heard of. Some of them seem good, though. They single-handedly ruined Mindy Kaling's reputation. Well, I mean, I don't know how involved she was with the show or anything. I actually don't really know much about her, but it seems a lot of people are not a big fan. Why do you think there's such disrespect for the audience and lack of awareness from the studios? I think that's a really easy question to answer. I think the main reason why, like, I always go to Halo, but it's just such a good example for everything wrong. Using Halo, it's people that really think they know better than the fans. They think they know what the people want more than they know what they want. So they write this like ridiculous shit that they think is like good to them that they've convinced themselves will be good to everybody else. And it never is. So they don't bother with like anything related to whatever IP they're taking from. So it's just people that just love the smell of their own farts that just keep writing shit that only they enjoy without ever considering the audience. And when the audience doesn't like it, they just pin the blame on them not getting it. Or like them being not receptive to change or this and that. I think this is a pretty obvious one. Just thinking that they just know better. They're above the medium they're borrowing from. Or they're above the IP they're borrowing from. Thanks to the gift sub Corbs, the resub Max Milan. And the bits Gears, Kopi, and the Prime Raid. Probably not anytime soon, Kopi. Not till the next one comes out. You excited for Wulong? I think that game looks amazing. And the demo was fantastic, so yeah, I am excited. No, I didn't see that at all, Wolf. Yet they still survive being shit. Not really. I don't think so. I feel like anytime they do this, it's a huge financial hit to the whole studio. These don't usually turn into cash cows. Like, you get some curious fans tuning in or maybe hate watchers for a bit, but overall it doesn't really lead to longevity. Like, look at Netflix. They're in the shitter from years of terrible things nobody wants. Investing so much money into terrible, terrible projects nobody actually watches or cares about. Look at their stock. Big Mouth. You keep Big Mouth out of your name. Or, you keep Big Mouth out of this conversation. That is such an anomaly that I don't understand. That fucking show should not be successful. It shouldn't be popular. It shouldn't have made it past season 1. I don't fucking get it. I don't. There's some foul play there. Doesn't make any sense to me. Is it tier 1? Pugio in the Prime Toko. That is probably my least favorite cartoon ever made. I have friends who always talk about it and don't understand why. Who the fuck? What kind of conversations could they possibly have about Big Mouth? Hey, did you see that kid in Big Mouth last night? I forgot the main character's name. When he went into his dream world and his other friend was there, and he was jerking off the dildos and stuff, and then he had like those girl sex slaves that had dildos in their butt, and then we rode through the river of cum. That was like an actual episode. We watched it on the podcast. It was fucking miserable. These are like 12-year-olds too, by the way. Shit's so weird. Like, what could you even talk about from Big Mouth? That's everything. He's a tier 1 alligator in the resub Amaray. Don't you have a music video about cum? How dare you bring my art down to that level? It is a music video about robots that eventually took over the world that are powered by cum. So when the men eventually were milked dry, they had to go back. You just don't get art. And it's totally different. Everyone's of age. It's not kids. It's very different. Very, very different. Have you heard of the AI art lawsuit? Oh, yeah, I did see that. I did take a peek at that one. I haven't watched South Park in a long time, so I don't have any strong feelings on it. Couldn't tell you. I don't know if it's still good or anything. Thanks to the resub Yeeter. Warner Bros. Leaks are crazy. There's a new Lord of the Rings movie coming out. Does it actually follow the source material at all? Or is it going to be like a Rings of Power situation? Where they just tell like their own weird, fucked up version that doesn't work well. That's really old news. It was announced when Rings of Power was. Oh, that's not new. First time hearing about it. Thanks, resub Zach. That would be pretty cool, Freak. Must be cheap to make this stinker. You know, for all the awful things I've said about Velma, there is one thing I will say. The art style isn't nearly as bad as Big Mouth. It's a step above Big Mouth. So at the very least, it costs more money to animate than that piece of shit. So I'm very surprised that they'd want to invest that money again in something everyone unanimously hates. They canceled the Gumball movie. Aw. Never watched Gumball, but I know people love that show. It's a shame. That's what I said, Gears. Shit's weird. You think this could kill the franchise completely? Of Scooby-Doo? Man, no, not at all. This is such a far cry from Scooby-Doo, it's not even related. Of course it's not going to kill Scooby-Doo. No, man.